Hey guys, what's going on? Albert here, Realtor with Home Smart Professionals and team leader at High Homes.
There it is.
Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to tell you why anymore.
Or how.
Or how. Subscribe to our channel. And let's get to our video. I got Will Mead here again. What's up, dude?
What up, baby?
Everything first-time home buyers should know about this market. We're not going to talk about how to make an offer, okay? We're going to talk about what you need to know about this market. Maybe we're going to talk about how to make an offer. I didn't read this. But the goal is...
No prep.
No prep. We're winging it. So, Wing It Wednesday.
Nice.
Yes, Wing It Wednesday. Everything you need to know about buying a home as a first-time home buyer in Rhode Island. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, sir.
It's an important topic. It's important to understand the process and what it takes to buy a home because this market is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally more
it has
competitive.
been insane.
Yeah, but it's more competitive than it was last year. Last year, our listings were in the 600s. Now it's in the 500s. By the way, I was thinking about last night. This is to agents, right? If you're an agent and if you're doing business right now, just know they're fucking killing it because it's like no business. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're out there hustling, like trust me, like you know, you're making
it's so
it happen.
true.
Yeah.
You got to grind every day. But anyways, back into the first-time home buyers, right?
Yes, the real reason why
and
we're
I love number one on this list.
Yes.
I love it. Is knowing your why. Why are you going into the market? Because that's going to change everything about what you're looking for as a first-time home buyer,
Yes.
right? So, like, why are you going in? Is it because you have a family and you want to get a bigger piece of property, right? Or are you just want to purchase something because you don't want to pay your rent anymore?
Yeah.
Because that's really going to change what you're looking at
Yeah.
in this market, big
100%.
time.
Yes. If a first-time home buyer tells me, or honestly, if a first-time home buyer tells me, I'm looking, but I'm looking for a deal, I'm going to tell them just wait because there's no deals.
Right.
So, or I'm not going to be able to help you because there really is no deals. Like, what is a deal? What does that mean to you, right? Oh, well, if I'm going to go over asking, then I'm just going to stay where I am. Okay, so you don't have a strong why. You're not motivated to buy, right? And the motivation to buy, that means that you have a real reason why you need to move. Like you said, family's growing. You need better school systems. You're getting kicked out of your apartment like we're dealing with someone right now. They're getting kicked out of their apartment. The guy's in his mid-30s, and he's sick and tired of having to deal with getting kicked out of apartments like this. Yeah. So like, I need to buy a house. I don't care. And he's going guns blazing trying to find a property. Yeah. That's a motivated buyer. Sure. Right? So that's why knowing exactly why you're getting into this is really important.
Yeah, and our advice is going to be a little bit different to, based on your why, right? So we just did a video about most affordable towns in Rhode Island. Yeah. So that kind of directly relates to a first-time home buyer's why. Yes. So if your why is, hey, I don't want to pay my rent anymore. I want to go purchase something. I want to start building equity. Mm-hmm. So these towns like Pawtucket, Cranston, Warwick, all of these towns are going to be the ones that we say, hey, you should look in these areas. You're not going to want to go to somewhere that's kind of peaked off. Like I would say, even though East Providence is still good value, it's at a peak right now. You're going to have to wait a little bit to get some equity in East Providence.
Absolutely.
But with that being said, in the same sense, if your why is I have a family and I want to move somewhere, I'm a first-time home buyer, East Providence makes some more sense, right? There's some more families moving in there. Yep. The school systems are getting better. They just built a brand new high school. Yeah. So these are the kind of things that we would advise to these different home buyers. So first things first, why do I want to enter the home market, right? Yeah. Determine that, and then you can kind of determine where to look in Rhode Island from there.
Yes. Yeah. And then the biggest mistake people make when it comes to that is they start looking for homes. Okay? Yeah. Not all of them, because like some people have reached out to us from the video from our YouTube channel, and then usually I can literally show you that on average somebody reaches out to us first. It takes them less time to find their ideal property rather than somebody who who's been looking at houses and then reaches out to us and say, hey, I want to go see that house. Sure. Right? Like that difference. Yeah. So so basically point number 2 is talk to a reputable agent. Mm-hmm. Most people don't do that. Most people go and look at a house and say, oh, now I need an agent to go make an offer, right? So now they're all stressed out. They don't have time to do their due diligence. So they're going to talk to the first agent they're going to run into, right?
Sure.
Through online advertising, they call agent, click a button, and they just get connected to a total rando,
Right.
and they don't have a chance to even ask the right question.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know the right question, they don't even have a chance to determine what a potential question for a real estate agent is. They're seeing them as a gateway to getting the house, which is just making the offer. But there's a lot that an agent does that is really important that you should know.
Yeah. And I think number one, right, for me, and we've talked about this, is just efficiency in the process.
Yeah.
You have no idea how stressful this can get for you as a first-time home buyer if you don't have good representation.
Yes.
Everyone thinks like, okay, I'm going to go on Zillow, I'm going to go on Redfin, I'm going to press the button.
Yeah.
They're going to say, oh, yeah, sure, I'll give you a tour of the house. Would you like to make an offer? Great.
Yes.
And then all of this other stuff shows up throughout the process, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're 6 months down the line in this terrible, what's become a terrible process because you didn't start off with finding someone reputable in the industry that's going to help you out. It's going to answer your questions. It's going to help guide you, right? So we have that as point number 2. Talk to a reputable agent, but actually it really should be number 1, right? It should be 1A, 1B. Find out your why.
Yeah.
You know,
and
talk to
if you talk to an agent, a reputable agent, they're going to help you determine your motivation. They're also going to help you determine if you should buy a home right now or not, right?
Yeah.
Like, we don't tell everyone to buy a house,
Yeah.
And I'm not telling people, oh, wait for the market to shift, because no one is predicting that, okay?
Right.
So if anybody is telling you, oh, wait for the market to crash, they're idiots, because no one knows that, because since this started, it's almost been 3 years, and the market has gone up by 20%.
Right.
So you've lost, like you've already wasted a lot of time
interest rates
by
are
waiting
starting
for,
to go up.
and interest rate is starting to go up, right? So, but what an agent would do for you is tell you if your situation is good enough for you to make an offer.
Right. If it merits you buying a house right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to know. How's your finances? They're going to connect you to a good lender. What is your current living situation? Maybe you need to wait another 6 months, right? But like, you need to know exactly why you're waiting. You need a game plan. You got to be educated in the market. You have to most likely go over asking a property, but it's got to be smart. You have to do a responsible way of doing it. Seeing, all right, am I investing in Providence, in Elmhurst, or am I investing in, Coventry, right?
Right.
Both great towns, but the appreciation rate is completely different.
Right.
Right. So these are things that
that's a great point, because you have, again, it goes back to your why. So if you're like, hey, you know what? I just want to get some farmland, and we're going to stay there, and we're going to work on it for forever. We're going to be there forever, right? It's like,
I'm gonna have some chickens.
Yeah, some chickens, some cornbread out there.
Some ducks.
Some ducks.
Yeah.
Some goats.
Yeah. If that's your goal.
Yeah, but then so that your plan becomes completely different, right?
Yeah.
Your plan, it's like, okay, we're going to advise you to go out to Coventry, find this great piece of property. Who cares what your value is, right? You found your forever home.
Exactly.
Whereas, you could be the person who's, a single guy or girl who just wants to get in, start building some equity, and we'll probably turn it over in 5 years. And we're going to advise you a little bit differently.
100%. And a good example of that is you, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the house when you bought it. You bought a house last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the summer last year.
Yeah.
And even when you bought it, you were like there were people who were saying, "Oh, you paid a lot for that house."
Yeah.
But now you did some work to it, and it's already appreciated like crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
So
that's true, man.
That's the point. All right, let's go to point number 3, because we don't want to.
We don't want to dance around.
Yeah, we don't
want
to have this video be too long, right, Mason? Mason's gonna be mad at us.
Too much work for me.
Determine your price range.
Yeah.
The reason why you talk to a reputable agent is because you have to determine your price range. That's one of the reasons. Because a reputable agent is going to connect you to a reputable lender.
Correct. A loan officer, yeah.
Can we put a picture of Zach here? All right, good.
Right here.
Yeah, just put him right here.
With his biceps and everything.
Yes. A reputable agent is going to connect you to a reputable lender. And then the lender is going to advise you, and they're going to talk to you about your financing options.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you know what you're going to be able to afford on a property. Now, am I talking too much?
Oh, you're doing okay.
All right, thanks.
6 out of 10.
So because I am passionate about this, honestly, because I really believe like this is where we deliver most value when it comes to helping a client. When you determine your price range, there is so many variables in that you have to keep in mind, right? If you, let's say you buy a house, let's say you see a house that you like, your max budget is $350,000, and you want to offer $350,000. If the house has a great furnace, great boiler, good roof, good windows, good flooring, what's something that's also really, really good electrical, like its electrical is updated, then you can offer $350,000. But if the furnace is going to shit the bed tomorrow and you just paid all of your money, and now you're like, in another 2-3 weeks from now, you're going to have to pay an extra
10 grand or something.
10 grand for that. Now that's a problem, right? So you have to make sure that you do that due diligence. And the way you do that is by working with the right agent and not just calling an agent to go make an offer on a house.
Right. And I think that's a small disservice that some agents do to a buyer right off the bat and say, oh, what's your price range?
Yeah.
How are they supposed to know their price range if they've never talked to a loan officer?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to go through your credit score. They're going to go through your income, your debts, and they're going to compute exactly what your purchasing power will be on the market. Doesn't mean you have to spend all that money, but they're going to say based on, your ratios and what your credit score is and all this is what you can afford. Yeah. And then you go from there. It's not like just like off the top of your head. It's like, oh, I think 400,000. It's like, no. Well, what does that mean for you and the rest of your lifestyle, right?
Yeah. Like
just because you think you can afford 400,000, what if the house needs this X? What about your car payment? What about this? And that's when the loan officer comes into play. Yeah. Is going to help you balance and budget that out.
100%.
Final touches? Anything to touch on?
No, I mean I think that's good. Do you have anything else to add?
I'm good. That's it. I mean, talk to a reputable agent.
Yeah.
Confirm your price range and know your why.
Know your why.
Those are the three big things.
Yeah, absolutely. But just do some homework, man. I'm like ticked off with this topic because literally we met with someone yesterday who bought a house recently. She hates the house.
Oh yeah, yep.
And now she tried to sell it 2 times, couldn't get it sold. We just met with her. I know we're gonna get it sold. But the last 3 times she hasn't done any due diligence on agents, and that's why she's in this shit show of a situation now. So it's just really important.
You're right. That's one of the most frustrating things is you talk to people and you're like, oh my gosh, if you just trusted
the process
and your research and just really talk to someone that you can trust and stop like putting up these freaking these walls, right?
Yeah.
I guess we're kind of self-promoting right now, but that's kind of the point.
It is, yeah. I mean, that's literally why we have the podcast.
Yeah. So,
but that's the point. But I guess it's also our job to. I'm not complaining. It's our job to make sure that we educate people, and really, that's the purpose of the podcast.
Yeah.
As much as we can, but that's really the idea. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. We don't want to go too long in this video. All I'm going to say is subscribe.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Subscribe here. Watch the latest videos over here.